What's something people don't know about surviving in a frozen world apocalypse? Join me as I put my survival skills to the test and see if I can make it through a frozen world apocalypse. Imagine waking up one morning to a world that's frozen solid. No, I'm not talking about a light dusting of snow or a chilly winter morning. I'm talking about a full-blown, catastrophic, Ice Age-esque frozen apocalypse. The kind of event that would bring human civilization to its knees and push the very survival of our species to the limit. The implications are mind-boggling. I mean, can you even begin to imagine what would happen if the entire planet suddenly dropped to sub-zero temperatures? The ecosystem would collapse, food production would grind to a halt, and entire cities would be rendered uninhabitable overnight. It's a scary thought, but it's not entirely unimaginable. In fact, there are many scientists who believe that we're not as far away from a global cooling event as we might think. So the question is, are we prepared to survive in a frozen world? Let's explore some of the potential scenarios that could lead to a frozen apocalypse. One possibility is a dramatic shift in the Earth's climate, triggered by a combination of natural and human-made factors. This could lead to a global cooling effect, causing temperatures to plummet and sea levels to rise. Another possibility is a catastrophic event, such as a massive asteroid impact or a supervolcanic eruption, which could throw the entire planet into a prolonged impact winter. Whatever the cause, one thing's for sure, the effects would be devastating. In a frozen world, the rules of survival would be completely rewritten. The most pressing concern would be finding a reliable source of food, which would be scarce and difficult to obtain. You'd need to be extremely resourceful and adapt quickly to your new environment. Shelter would also be a major priority. You'd need to find a way to protect yourself from the biting winds, sub-zero temperatures, and potentially toxic gases. That might involve building a shelter from scratch, using locally sourced materials like ice, snow, and frozen earth. Then there's the issue of community organization. In a frozen world, it would be essential to band together with other survivors and form close-knit communities. You'd need to work together to share resources, provide mutual support, and defend against potential threats. But even with a solid plan in place, surviving in a frozen world would be an epic struggle. You'd need to be prepared to face extreme physical challenges like frostbite, hypothermia, and altitude sickness. So, what are some of the best strategies for survival in a frozen world? One approach might be to focus on finding and preserving food sources, like frozen lakes and rivers, which could provide a reliable supply of fish and other aquatic life. Another strategy might involve creating underground shelters using tunnels and caverns to escape the harsh surface conditions. You could also try to develop new technologies like advanced cold weather gear, or even bioengineered crops that can thrive in sub-zero temperatures. But the most effective survival strategy of all might be to focus on community building and social organization. By working together, sharing resources, and supporting each other, survivors could create a strong foundation for long-term survival. In a frozen world, every decision would be a matter of life and death. You'd need to be prepared to make tough choices like who to trust, who to protect, and who to leave behind. It would be an incredibly challenging environment, where only the strongest and most resourceful would survive. But here's the thing, the key to survival in a frozen world might not be about fighting the cold itself, but about finding ways to adapt, to innovate, and to thrive in the face of uncertainty. That's the most surprising insight I've gained from this thought experiment, that even in the most extreme conditions, human resilience and creativity can still find a way to shine through. So, the next time you're faced with a challenge, remember, it's not about the obstacle itself, but about how you respond to it. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the frozen unknown. Remember, preparation is key, and adaptability is the ultimate survival skill. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below, share your own survival tips, and check out my other videos for more insights on surviving in extreme conditions. This is Tech and Trek, where technology meets adventure. Subscribe for more exciting content.